Um, we should get a signal, both of them on. Why is this not really working on X? Why not? Um, it should. Let me see. It says it's streaming. And my phone does not really work here. Ah, come on. We are using this phone. Now we are. And we have a cell signal too. Okay. I don't want to use Wi-Fi. Let me turn that off for now. And I'm talking just because I want to see if this all works. And so there's more work necessary on my side to check on all of this. Let me see. Can test this from here. So this should work. So it says I'm live. Let me see what this works. So, yeah, so that works. And let's see. X should work too. Let me see. Um, let me see my X feed. Okie dokie. It says I'm live. And let's see my X feed. Okay. So that works too. Put this chat up here and go to restream. There's a lot necessary these days for me to get not chat settings. Launch chat. Okay, so these are the two chat windows that I would need. And here we are. I think everything works fine. Actually, I still kind of like to use my phone, my other iPhone. Oh, excuse me. So, here we are. I'm about to drive in a minute, and just need to get things going. Oh, oh, I went to a customer survey sort of thing, a paid research, and I cannot talk about anything because I had to sign an NDA. It was about cars, I can tell that much, and it was about batteries, hybrid, and gas and diesel. And that's pretty much all. And let me put in my code and see my own stream. And then I'm starting in a second here. So it's like just give me a break. I'm trying to get this all sort of lined up here. I don't even know why this is not showing up my live stream here. Come on. See, I'm holding my phone. I see my own profile. It does not even show anything. It's like Starlink is not connected. What's going on? I think I could already start driving though. Let me close this down and start opening this up again. Sometimes that helps. Oh, you know what? Let me go a little bit forward. I'm right underneath some wire junction here. So I would think that this is not the best for Starlink having all those wires. Okay, so let me turn off Wi-Fi. Let me look one more time on my Starlink. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I just turned this phone on. Connect to Wi-Fi. It's connected to my Wi-Fi. Is this not working? Starlink software install pending. I don't want to install any software right now, so please. So now it's connected to something is up with my Starlink. I don't know what it is. I can't really get it to work here, so I need to check. This is important because otherwise the stream may be compromised here. Okay, so this actually shows my Starlink. Let me do a speed test. Man, I hate that I can't just start streaming and everything works right away. So there's so much to do. That's not really a good speed here. 20 megabits, 48. Okay, well, but there's some Starlink, so that's good. And in other words, if this phone ever decides to cooperate here, then we should be good. Okay, either way, off we go, start driving. Actually, let me take this way so we're not going on the interstate right away. So one thing I did in this customer research thing here, when I walked outside, I ran into some guys that were interested in a Cybertruck to see it. And they actually set up the cameras in that research study. One of the guys is he might actually be watching me right now, independent filmmaker and does documentaries and so on. So he had a lot of questions because he just wrapped up a documentary on EVs and hasn't been in the Cybertruck and has not experienced FSD. So we drove a little bit around here. I showed FSD, how it works and so on. So that was pretty awesome. And so yeah, more or less had a lot of questions being asked and answered them as much as I could. So pretty awesome. I have 14.3.5, which I just got yesterday night or yesterday, the day before yesterday, I think the day before yesterday. And for whatever reason, this iPhone doesn't want to cooperate with the Wi-Fi. I'm not really sure what it is. Nevertheless, let's go. So I actually have to pick up some tools from my mother's-in-law's house, and I will have to drop something off at the post office. So I'm going to the post office first, which there's a 24/7 post office in Atlanta. It's not far away from the Porsche racetrack where I'm going right now. I'm in hurry 14.3.5, as I showed on my link. And so open my live video and let's hear the sound one more time. Yep, works. It's always important to check the sound because you don't want to be unheard, and so nobody knows what you're talking about and it's just seeing a video. That would be terrible. Okay, so the sun is in my eyes. And off we go. I had been on this intersection here before today. I also can only recommend, if there's anybody viewing right now, to follow Kobe and William driving. They actually arrived in Alaska at Prudhoe Bay, and it was rolling in with like 0% state of charge. Probably minus, it was estimated, I can't talk anymore. Estimating minus 2% state of charge, but it stayed on 0% state of charge while they arrived. So I think the battery had a little bit more capacity, and they made it driving with a Model 3 on FSD 14 Lite, and received actually 2 updates in the whole time while they have been driving. And I'm not really sure when the 2 of them come back, but the distance from there to, I think, Fairbanks is the biggest hurdle, because you have to go on the Dalton Highway, and it's kind of compressed gravel, I guess, in some way muddy, with potholes, lots of them, and there's no charging really. So they have a small generator, which they used at least one time, from what I saw on the live stream, and they made it, going all the way through Canada, all the way from Key West in Florida. Started in, I think, in Kentucky, drove through Atlanta, where we met briefly. I was giving a few hints in terms of the live stream setup, and gave a bit of my hardware, like a GoPro and some capture card, some adapters, and so on. I was actually offering more like the magnetic mount so that they could use it, but Kobe was concerned of the, the drag on the car, having a Starlink on top of the car. But I think the live stream actually seemed to be, it worked out fine from what I could tell. Yes, it could have been better, but for a Starlink Mini being inside the Model 3 through the glass, that was actually phenomenal, in my opinion. So that was good. I'm glad I could help, and I'm looking forward to see the 2 of them, hopefully at the X takeover. So that would be nice. I'm actually now waiting on 14.3.6. And I haven't really noticed much of a difference, to be honest. There are certain things that I can test in my neighborhood, but I didn't really have the chance yet. So I'm very, very busy. On the weekends, I'm doing some home improvement project, which is employing my Cybertruck to the fullest and loading it up with studs and drywall and whatnot that go to the junkyard and other materials that I need. So I need to go get some extra tools now. I need my compressor back and my nail gun in order to do some work. And yeah, a truck comes in handy, especially a truck that you don't have to drive yourself. So I like it. So which way did I pick? I wanted to go as much on a regular road as I can, which I will do again because interstate, in my opinion, is a bit boring if you want to see how FSD performs. Because yes, you drive on one of those lanes that are available, and that's about it. So what's the point, right? What's the point? There are other cars who can do that too now, or which, not who. Who is more for a person. Other cars that can do it too. Rivian, Mercedes, BMW, they all have you know, assisted driving, which keeps you in the lane and can change lanes and so on. So Super Cruise, Comma AI is also available. FSD is not the only thing on the interstate. And yes, FSD takes interchanges and keeps you on the track to the target that you want to go to. So you don't have to worry about that so much, even though I should have gotten something to drink. Even though there are some who have issues with FSD missing exits. So they don't go on the right exit. So yeah, that's about it. So what is it doing for that pedestrian? Hesitating every now and then. That was interesting in a way. It was clear to see to me that the pedestrian switched sides on the opposite lanes and wasn't walking fast enough in order to kind of make it, over on our side. But the car was kind of, every now and then there was a almost like not necessarily like a phantom brake, but like somebody who takes the foot off the accelerator and then it slows down. So that feeling was definitely there. So yeah, I'm in hurry, which I pick most of the times now. It's a switch between hurry the majority of the time, and then sometimes I switch into Mad Max, like in situations like this here where you can't really go anywhere else, but kind of keep it going in a way. That's what I do. Oh, it looks like heavy rain in Atlanta. And sometimes I go into standard on the interstate when it is too much in the left lane and hogging the left lane, staying in the left lane too much. So yeah. I think the chat on both ends is open. chat is available on YouTube on the stream and as well as on X. If you do have questions, do not hesitate to write it down and ask me. Can be anything. It's just a matter if I answer it or not. But most of the questions, no problem to me, for me to answer them. Okay, where? Supposedly right here. I don't see anything. Oh, man. And I see the police. When I drove to this survey that I just finished, I had the police behind me for the majority of the way. And the speed limit is 70 on the interstate, and everybody was going faster. So I was going like 80 to 83 miles an hour, sometimes even 85. And I had them behind me. And so I was just thinking, if they drive the same speed, why would they pull me over? That wouldn't really make any sense. So yeah. And it worked out okay. We saw that little, going around that car that was getting into that, what was it, the gas station. So there's stuff falling around in the back. I'm not really sure if you can hear that. I do have a different microphone now, thanks to Kobe. I am now using a Elgato condenser mic, which is it should pick up my audio way better, and it should also have some AI functionality in it to filter out some of the background noise and so on. I usually use those Rode microphones here. This one with that's the receiver, and then I have the wireless one that I put on my chest with a magnet. But it's not really as good. So it was time to upgrade. Talking about time to upgrade, let me go into the carpool lane here, since I can do that. And going against the sun on the so-called connector here in Atlanta. So the sky looks very interesting and sort of intimidating in some way. I hope it's not raining, because the last thing that I want to do is pack up stuff in the rain. I don't mind driving in the rain, even though I don't really like it, but I'm from Germany. I had my fair share on snow and rain and fog and nasty weather. So it's not that I don't know how that goes, but I prefer not having to deal with this. So there's the police. Looks like they had an accident. And coming to the part of Atlanta. It's good to see that others drive faster, so I'm not the only one. And I wouldn't be the first one to be pulled over, I guess. So, good Lord, this guy looks terrifying. It always looks a bit different on camera, but yeah. So here we are getting into traffic. I do have my foot over the brake because I see somebody signaling trying to get into this HOV lane, and sometimes people pull over. Like you just saw it, somebody just came in. There's an electric. I don't even know which one that was. Is that the same platform as the Rivian? I don't know. The van, white van. No, 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 no. Stay in here. So, okay, let me go in Mad Max. I don't want to get out here. I'm not really sure why FSD does this. So I wish if you can be in the HOV lane, which I do have the setting, use HOV lanes, yes. So why would it try to get out if the HOV lane goes faster at this point? And by switching it from the profile of Mad Max into Hurry, from Hurry into Mad Max, sorry, it canceled out, the lane change. But I don't necessarily want to change profiles. It should just work in some way. Like once you're in the HOV lane, it should, you know, stay in the HOV lane because my exit is coming up in like 6 miles. So there's no need for me to go over here and get stuck in this traffic on my right-hand side. So there you have it. Um, I do have the feeling it will rain from the clouds that I see. And I'm just thinking if I should cancel my run to the post office. Well, let's see. What happens when I get there? We see. Alrighty. Um, Not 100% sure if I'm still streaming. I think I should because it looks like it, but yep, this phone here sometimes because it's not connecting with a cell signal, it's using the Starlink, and with all the overpasses here, it will sometimes get a little bit frozen, especially stuff like this. But since I'm using my cell phone as well, and I use Speedify, it kind of blends in whatever. And you will see this on the camera too. If it gets too much, I will probably turn the roof camera off. But yeah, so far I don't get a message in terms of FSD is being reduced or so. So let's see. And you might even hear the rain on the microphone. It's just stop saying something. No, it seems like the meter is going down all the way to the bottom. So you may actually not hear the rain. Maybe you hear it when I'm talking. Could be. Yep. So I guess I have to run in the rain. And I'm taking it out of Mad Max right now because I don't really want to be following too close in the rain. And not because I can't drive or FSD can't drive, but there's a lot of people in Atlanta that really don't know how to drive. And I'm not a fan of that. Plus, if it rains real hard, there are some issues here with standing water. So your hydroplan, also not really my favorite thing to do. See, yeah, I should still have been in the HOV lane. So I'm signaling to go over into the HOV lane. Again, I'm not really sure where we got out because I keep going here and I could have been in the HOV lane the whole time until it's, here we are. Maximum, it gets out again. Come on, why? The maximum speed was being reduced. That was just a message, but it disappeared again. So, and it seems like the speed is not as good right now. So let me give you this view, so you don't have to deal with all the rain on the camera. So yeah, I picked the perfect time to go to the post office. And I know, I guess it's 7:20, but that's a 24-hour post office. So I need to send something out. And that's what I'm doing. I'm going through standing water on the left side here. So wherever my tires are is like, a ditch or so, and it's sending water up on the side. I can hear it, the spray. So it's kind of funny. Visibility to the back is really bad at this point. Let me see. Altogether, the back is bad. The front, the bumper camera here is kind of full with water, obviously. So it's mainly those two that use the forward view. And the rear view is obstructed. So yeah. Police is still out. I'm not really sure if that's something I would want to do in the rain. Stop somebody and have to go out camera looks like. Let's wait a little bit. So this is my exit here. And of course, rain starts again. I do have to say FSD is really smooth um, in its driving style. Not bad at all. Feels very human-like. So we shouldn't be in this lane because this is wrong. It's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong. We don't need to turn here. Oh, okay. So we still keep going in this lane. Okay. It's like, okay. I don't know what to say. Obviously, that lane should have been a left turning lane back to the interstate. But nevertheless, here we are. That's the post office. Isn't it awesome going to a post office that is open like this late? So, are we taking this spot? No. Okay, so here's the thing. I want to go in here and I don't want to because it's raining and I just want to run in. So, what is my shortcut that I have? I'll be right back. Okay, so go find my package. Here it is. Oh, okay, have my package and Ah, man, Jesus. This was not good. Um, I do not like it. So it's raining, and I need to go somewhere over the rainbow. Where do I need to go? Oh, now I hear myself. Of course, because I watched my own live stream. Um, so I want to go where the streets have no name. Um, somewhat, somewhat, somewhat here. Actually, right here. Okay, so let's see how this works. It's still raining hard, and I can't really go anywhere anyway with them not driving, but let's see. Oh, actually, wait, because I'm so close to the curb, I'm not really sure if I do hit the curb. So what's... No, we actually make a little bit of a turn. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Not bad. And FSD might be degraded. So we are waiting. And look at this. We're actually getting out of the way. So they, they went over the curb. Okay. So they go backwards, which means we will go backwards too. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Preventing an accident. I'm not really sure why she didn't want to go out here, but I guess she wanted to park closer where I was. Okay. Nevertheless. So now you know, um, if somebody is going backwards out of a parking spot or so and is coming towards you, FSD will go backwards. If you have somebody behind you, then obviously it goes as far as it can, but it does this automatically. So you don't really need to switch and be worried and, scream in your car like, stop, stop. So it is just doing things on its own. So that's not bad. So let me see if there's a different way than on the interstate as it is showing me right now. I can go, let me go this way because it's so boring always to be on the interstate. Let's see a little bit more action. Yes, interstate is not bad for weather like this to show you how FSD works, but so what is this person doing? Is joining and driving slow. I'm still in a hurry. And I have a lot of water here. Sorry, kind of wiping it off a bit. But yeah, so the police was here earlier. They are still marked as being here. They had pulled some truck over. So riddle me this here. Why would you turn on hazard flashing lights while you drive? So where is the how do you make it more important that there's something where you need hazards? Like everybody comes to a stop all of a sudden, but you already have your hazards on. So how would you indicate now comes a real more important hazard? I don't know. It's like um I can see you without the hazard light in front of me. So I don't know. Whatever that is, it's unknown to me as somebody from Germany. So the rain is probably not good for the stalling to stream. So we have to see how that goes. It's probably using more of a cell signal right now, but nevertheless, nothing I can do. I cannot turn off the rain. The other day I watched a video of a car driving real fast and hitting this hill here on the left-hand side, overturned, and I think the person in the car that was driving died. Was evading police, and that was the last drive they did. Ended right here. Not good. So again, it was giving me a different direction to stay on that interstate on 75, but I wanted to go more of a streetway, and I'm actually thinking if I should go the other way. Yeah, let me go this way. So take the next exit and then go on the streetway. Yep. You can see on the other cars how much water is being pushed out of the way. So Hurry seems to be going fast here. I'm gonna go this way. Lock this one in. Oh, look at the water. You saw that standing water right here. Yep. And our exit on East Point Tyler Perry Studios. So, you know, Tyler Perry. Oh, Lord. Temperature dropping too, tremendously here. And here comes our exit, which is kind of this is a funny exit because you would think you exit to the street above, right? But it's actually we pass the street and we now go, you know, half a circle and then we make a left turn. Which is, like if you don't really know this, it's kind of weird here. So, but with FSD, no problem. We find the right way. This is where sometimes use you know switch it from auto to an interval because it doesn't really need while we stand it doesn't need to wipe like crazy. So what's the point? And I don't really want to most off so I don't necessarily dox myself. It's probably something I will do because I don't want to set up the whole stream again. It's no fun. Okay, so now I'm switching it back to auto wipers. Model Y coming on my left-hand side. Driving manually with the hands on the steering wheel. So I see so many Tesla drivers here in Atlanta who are not using FSD. I think Tesla has to come up with a better idea on getting like driving all the way back then in 2015 when it was autopilot, advanced autopilot, and so on. So she still is not convinced of using it. So she drives herself. There you have it. We are being passed on the left and on the right. And FSD supervised may be degraded. Poor weather detected. So yeah, that's what it is. What happens if I send myself a message just to say hi? What I want to see is, oh yeah, it comes up on the computer. That's all I wanted to see. That's all I wanted to see. Because that means I don't have to read tiny text here on the phone. I can read bigger text on the computer. My rear view camera is pretty awesome. Big water drops on it, so it shows reflections and whatnot. Okay, here we turn on yellow. Of course, Atlanta roads are bad. So we go through potholes. Pothole avoidance is something that I really look forward to, which is probably coming next year or the year after that in 2028. Um, it's going to be a really interesting release. What's being considered a pothole and what's not. So it will go around things or so, I guess. Let's see how that goes. It's going to be mind blowing. So, I mean, come on, Viper. There isn't that much to wipe here. Well, there you have it. If the weather stays like this, it wouldn't be bad. It would not be bad. More rain would be bad for me to load up the truck. The drizzle as it is right now is okay, but hard rain is not really what I'm looking forward to. So I'm just amazed how it does. Because it is, you know, it's kind of the first time anywhere you go. It's like you have never been here and you need to know which way to go. And the car is just figuring it out by vision only. And even if you go it a second time or so, it is for the car. It should basically just be like the very first time. If I go this way every day, 10 times a day or so, the car is experiencing it as a very first time all the time. That's what I would think, because there's no memory in any way that would make notes or so. I don't know. Then again, we don't really know how FSD truly works. It's using cameras, it's seeing something, and it's doing something. That's basically all we know. And there's lots of trees here with a lot. Get Verizon and have three different hotspots in here. Just don't have to interrupt the stream. And we make a turn. Yes. Are we going over a curb? No. So I'm still here, just so you know, and just loading up the truck with some stuff, but I don't really need you guys to see where I am. Okay, go back in. And the windshield wiper is going crazy, crazy, crazy. So need to go. There's a bush that started growing here, and it's like really big and wet. Okay, so here we are. I will I'll be right back. That's all I can tell you. You will still hear something perhaps, but I'm outside. Okay, I am back, but I will not turn the camera on yet because I'm still in a private situation here. And nobody really needs to know where I am right now. And gonna go, actually, I want to go to the post office still. Um, do I still have this on there? Here, yeah. Post office. And that's where I'm going. Start the drive. And we started the drive. So I am already, actually, let me go this way. I will disengage because I don't really want to in this bad weather, I don't want to be on an intersection that I don't like. So here's my camera again. And turn on red. Was good. And off we go. Let me see what the roof camera looks like. Droplets on it. So doesn't really help with all the rain on the camera right now. So it's the cabin camera only. That's what it is. That looks like a Polestar. It might be a rental car because it's from Florida. So which way are we going? Oh, this is so dumb. I'm not gonna make a U-turn to make a left turn. That should not be. Then let me see how the interstate looks like. Well, it's okay. Even though I would like to show you around a bit more in the city, but oh, nope. We are stopping. So I don't know, boys on the scooters. I do understand that you want to participate in transportation, but I think you would be safer on the sidewalk, especially with the rain. There's not a lot of light on your scooter, and you don't really have any reflective, vest or anything on. So I'm not really sure if you can see the two boys on the other side standing there. No, it's not even better here. They're right over here, standing there, and now they drive on a scooter. Oh, it's not two boys, it's a pair. It's adults. Look like boys from the distance. Here's another scooter. So this left lane here is a left turning lane only. It's still relatively new. Most of the times people don't turn left, they go straight. So I will disengage because I don't want to do this dumb navigation thing that is being shown here. I want to turn left here. That's a navigation issue. So, okay. It doesn't want to turn left here for whatever reason, no idea. So we do this manually and blame it on the alcohol. Actually, since I'm driving manually, kind of, I don't want to be standing in line here. That's the reason why. I would have had to stop. So that's why I sometimes like to drive manually. And we need to go one more over. And we make our way on the interstate. There is a speed bump coming up. And that's a one-way street here. So we don't really need to hug the right lane. And off we go. Again, those are the roads here. There's somebody walking, two ladies walking on the right-hand side. I'm not really sure where they go, but that's dangerous. So I'm still in a hurry. And the message that FSD might be degraded just disappeared, and there was something laying on the road, which I wanted to report as an object on the road. It's a little bit later, but at least, people are aware that something is coming. And then let me see if I can turn my mirrors on, heated mirrors. It will heat the side mirrors, but it will also heat the camera housing, which wouldn't be bad with the drop in temperature and the rain and fog it can build. Oh, look at this, we go around this truck here and go back in the next lane. Oh, yeah. It's amazing, like this van, how fast they are going compared to all the others. And here we are. Oh, how I hate weather like this. Oh, no fun. No fun. Let's see if I can skip to the live stream here. Doesn't seem like it. It's just weird. It's the worst app. X. So I would not want to be next to a truck like this. I can tell you that. So if I would be driving, I would pass this as quickly as possible and get out of the way instead of being on the right-hand side of an 18-wheeler. And I could go into the HOV lane. Let's see if the truck does recognize there's a lane. Doesn't. Okay, let me go. I'm signaling, it's not going over. Let me go into Mad Max. Come on. No, I can't go into Mad Max. Okay. Okay, let me disengage. Let me get over. Visibility. Okay. Clear debris. Performance is not really good. Not going into this lane, saying that, the rear view needs to be cleared. Well, how do I do this? I'm driving. If you don't give me a necessary tool or, a way to do this. How should I pull over, clean the camera, drive for another 5 miles, pull over again? That needs to be solved in some way. This can never be unsupervised if the camera is not going to be cleaned in any way. So, and it probably will try to get out here of this lane again, even though we can stay here, but for whatever reason, yeah, not going to do that. So none of those builds, 14.2, 14.3, has managed to stay in this lane here. So I disengage and I mark this as critical because it's not a navigation issue in my opinion. It's an issue of understanding what is possible here. That I can be in this HOV lane. This HOV lane is going here. So, what the hell? And it looks like they're getting ready for construction again. Ugh. So maybe where I'm going, it's not raining. I could see if it is or not. Yeah, it's not. That's good. Maybe I can use the camera on the top at some point again. What does it say right now? Not looking too good. If you drive a bit faster for a while, it actually helps with, getting the water off because the lens is relatively curved. It's a max lens, so it's not just like a flat windshield like this one. Oh, those roads, Atlanta. I wish they were better. Oh, $567 million. I played the Mega, no, the Powerball, and the Mega, um, Mega was 700 and something million. So it would be nice. There's a Cybertruck, and I know so because it says so in the back. It's a Cyber Beast, actually, just like mine. Cyber Beast. I'm flying incognito, because of the rep, you can't really tell that this is a Cyber Beast. And yes, I could put something on it. It does say on the dashboard though, but I'm not, too keen on letting everybody know I have a Cyber Beast. I have a Cyber Beast. It's like really, really fast. Very tinted too, so you can't really look inside. I'm pretty sure anybody looking at my car from the outside, it's like Christmas tree here, like three phones, this screen here, laptop there. Um, ho ho ho, Christmas. is coming. A long way on the interstate. So I do see some blockage here. That's concerning to me. What is this? If that continues, then I may or may not get off the interstate. So let me see if I can see something on Waze. Nope. Nope. Yet I can see something. What does it say? Car and shoulder, but nothing else. You know, this is before the fork. It's before the fork. What does it say? It says something about left lane blocked. Okay. So there's construction, and I will most likely try to go around it. So let's see what happens when we get closer to it. So I keep an eye on that, because the last time I was being stuck in construction traffic, it was really, really bad. And it wasn't really, really fun. It was really, really annoying. That's what it was. So since it's still raining, my roof camera is not helping. Well, there you have it. Cabin camera it is. Just like in good old times. It's actually awesome to have a independent film producer looking at my setup here and being impressed by it. So I didn't see that coming, you know. Obviously, he has way better equipment than me, but he was impressed. So that means a lot to me with all the work I have put into this. And if you're interested in what it is altogether, I have a video on YouTube and also on X where I walk through all of what I have, and even some of the stuff has changed. So I actually need to do an update on that whenever I have time. So that will be whenever that be will be. $155, I think I have that money. So it's very uneventful. I'm gonna be in this left lane for most of the drive. You're not really missing anything. It's raining, and I have somebody behind me who probably tries to push me out of the way if they could. But I'm gonna be in this lane for the next probably 30 miles, maybe less. No, less for sure. but at least 25 miles. And looking out for that blockage on the interstate, because the way it looks like to me, it may be slightly avoidable, not much. I don't know. I probably will just take it as it is. But on the what do you call it? Frontage road or so? Or it's like it goes in parallel to the interstate. It's kind of a, offset road to multiple exits and on ramps and so on. There's another Cybertruck. Oh, wow. I pretty much see at least one Cybertruck every time I'm leaving my house, which is interesting. Is that the police here? I don't think so. 125. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, turn my volume back up. Let me test something when I mute my microphone. It works. It does mute and it does show on the live stream. It makes it easier for me when I'm going on my next road trip. I actually wanted to be in California um, right now, but with this home improvement project that has been started as a promise to my wife, I am stuck in home improvements right now. So there's not much I can do. Then I have another home improvement problem, like water coming into the basement on the pipe or the, yeah, whatever, the wastewater is that goes outside to the concrete wall. It is not sealed enough. But it's not the problem with the ceiling so much, the sealant so much. It is more or less the problem that the downspouts have those black plastic hoses in the ground. And I think one of them is that goes alongside the house is broken and leaking. And when it is raining, like real hard, as it was just, well, actually not. Um, Earlier, it wasn't really raining that hard, but if it's like a real harsh downpour, then I'm getting water coming through that through the crack there. So I tried to seal it. It has gotten better, but it's not the way to do it. It really needs to be, if so, sealed from the outside, but it shouldn't even be that much water because it needs to be diverted away from the house. So that's another big project I have going on. So that's how things go. Why am I telling you that? So that I have something to talk about. And explaining away why I'm not on a road trip and why I'm not in California right now. So there you have it. At home, I'm actually in Mad Max right now, but yeah. Hang on. So now it's suggesting me to go around. Yep, which is the way I wanted to go. And I'm thinking maybe I should just go to the supercharger and then go the streetway. I could do that. Either way. I could. Yeah, I might just add this to it. Let's see how it looks like when I go in parallel to the interstate. So speed limit here is 70. We are going 76. I could go faster. I probably would go faster if I would drive myself. But then again, I don't have to be, engaged right now. So I can just look around and talk and enjoy being moved from point A to point B without really having to do anything. Able to talk to you, or let me see what the roof camera says. I'm still wet. So, yeah, no fun. I'm actually interested to listen to the live stream and then see how the microphone works. From what I have seen with Kobe and William, that are right now in Alaska, went all the way from Key West, from the buoy there. That is the, I don't know, the most southern part of the United States. If you don't think about Puerto Rico and Hawaii, is Hawaii actually further south? I would think so. But either way, that's a good question. What is it? Longitude, latitude. Latitude is going this way, longitude is going up and down. Let me see. Hey, Grok,
Hey, what's up?
I have a question. What is the is Hawaii further south than Key West?
Yes, Hawaii is further south than Key West. Its southern tip at Kauai is around 18 degrees north latitude, while Key West is about 24 degrees north. That makes Hawaii closer to the equator by several hundred miles.
And what about Puerto Rico? That's part of the US as well, right?
Yeah, Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory. Its southern parts are around 18 degrees north latitude, similar to Hawaii's Kauai. Hawaii edges it out as the southernmost point in 50 states.
Okay, goodbye. Well, there you have it. There you have it. Okay, so we are getting over, and I will add the supercharger once I'm actually on the access road here. Not right now. I'm gonna go in a hurry instead of Mad Max. So which exit are we taking? Old Peachtree Road. We could have gone over here already. And that would have probably been a better idea. No, it still works. Okay. So let me wait for getting off here, and there's a car on the shoulder. And then I will add the Swanee supercharger. And here we go, taking the exit. I already see the cones. And this is an exit here with 2 lanes, so we didn't really have to go over in this lane, but that's fine. There's a truck coming. I'm going over. Yeah, this is if you don't pay attention. I did see this from a mile away that the truck was moving and had the indicator on. So why are you not seeing that? Okay, I think we are taking the exit here, yes, in order to get to the charger. Okay. Sounds good to me. Or maybe I do not go to the charger, but I just keep going in parallel. What should I do? What should I do? 35%. I don't really need to go to a supercharger. It's just like saving money by not having to pay for it charging up at home, but I'm not really worried about this either, so I might change things in a minute. But let's see. What does supercharger say? 5 available. Maybe I go there. I don't know. It's late already. Probably just keep going. Yeah, I just keep going. I will edit the trip and remove the supercharger. And then I will see what my options are here. Yep, I will use this one. That's actually the way I wanted to go. This one. Lock this in. And off we go. Avoid the construction zone altogether. Still in hurry. And I need to clean my windshield from the inside at some point. Either way, so much to do, so little time. Can I see the interstate from here? Not really. Maybe. No, no. I used to live out here, not far away from where I am right now. So all of this has been done over time. So I intervened, because I didn't want to line up behind those two cars here. Um, so yeah. Nobody has any questions in the live stream. Usually people ask stuff, but not today. I'm pretty sure Kobe and William have worn out everybody who usually watches live streams, watching them traveling all the way from Key West to Alaska has eaten up all the willingness of live streams, I guess. I would think so. So I intervened again because of this pickup truck who just made a U-turn. Not really sure what they are up to, but then again, they came in this lane. So what do you know? What do you know? There you have it. What is my roof camera saying? Rain. Oh, Lord. Not good. There are people crossing the road, but FSD has been seeing it. Oh, that was awesome. Because he didn't even go. Awesome, awesome. That was good. Oh, I'm actually impressed. Wow. Quite impressive. So there's a spray can, an air spray can in my passenger door that has a plastic straw on it, and it's making noise, and I can't get to it. So nothing I can do. Not able to reach it. Not able to reach it. So nothing I can do. Poor weather detected. We need to make a right turn, and both of those lanes turn right. But I would assume that this truck here needs to make a right turn. So I'm not really sure how he's going to do this. So he's slowing down, I guess, to let traffic pass, because that's a tight turn for an 18-wheeler in the right lane. So yeah, don't really want to see that. All the things you have to think about with a CDL and a big truck and a trailer. Yep, that's the way we want to go. And red light. And really, so here's one thing. Starlink and my cell phone do not work very well in this area. And there's nothing I can do. I don't know why Starlink isn't really working well here. There must be something where people have like a million of Starlinks on their roofs or so. I don't know. But my as I get closer to home, I really have issues with my mobile hotspot. I mean, there's hardly any good mobile signal, and Starlink is really bad too. So somebody is here on the side. Not good. Should have just pulled into the driveway. What else? Oh, we turn here. Okay. Okay. I get it. I get it. I get it. We could have gone straight to and then, make a left turn later, but this is a better choice here. So let's see if we go. Yep, we go. We go. We go. We go. There you have it. Rain pretty much all the way to the end. Drizzle, more or less. So yeah, that rain system is moving in the same direction as I'm going. So therefore, it will be what it is. So you see a little bit of the road right now because whatever I have inside the car is way more lit. Keep it 100. This party was lit. When do I ever not keep it 100? Not a black voice. There was a Cybertruck in front of a garage on the right-hand side. So there was a quote from night school, which, by the way, the independent filmmaker that I just met, he said he did this documentary with what's his name, Rob, who was in night school, the comedian. So funny. Things you find out, things you run into in your life. He said he would follow me on X, so, and I told him if he wants to do a documentary, if he needs people just to contact me, that would be actually awesome. Because there are a handful of people that I would like to involve in some documentary if there was ever a second part or so. What is this here on the left-hand side? Oh, it's just a building. Interesting lights. So 2 lanes turning left. Somebody driving without lights. And here we are. But we still go good. I was actually thinking of going into the left lane and then merging back over into the right lane a bit later. Because in half a mile we go on the interstate, but there are opportunities to make it back into this lane, but at least make the green light, so there you have it. That's also a very nice area here on the right hand side. There's lots of restaurants where you see Gusto. This is too reflective. And there are some apartment buildings in the back. Seems to be cool. The only issue is you have to get in or out here on the right hand side. That's really the only in, from what I can tell. No, actually, the one that I just passed is a way to get in as well. Good. But it's so dumb. If you live all the way here in the back, you're right next to the interstate, but you have to go all the way over here. And traffic here is like totally stupid every day. This is a cluster here. I can say that much. So yeah, it should be more lanes. Actually going in this lane too early, but nevertheless. And I think I'm not gonna even go to the post office either because it's so late. I will just go to Lowe's and end my live stream there. And then call it a day. So I'm not really sure if this saved some time right now or not versus going on the interstate. But the last time I got stuck in this construction work on the interstate, I can tell you that way that I just went would have saved so much time because I was on the standstill for, I mean, really 10 minutes, no movement whatsoever. Standing still on one spot, moving about 3 feet, standing still for 5 minutes again. So I don't know why this truck is in the left lane, but let me go because I want to go in this express lane here. Back to Mad Max. No, stay in this lane, please. I always have to come on, stay in this lane. What the hell? I don't know why I have to fight it so much. I do like the Model Y. The lights in the back are awesome. The projection. There have been quite a lot of Cybertruck drivers on that research study that I participated in. A lot of Ford Lightning drivers. That was interesting. Again, it was I had to sign a non-disclosure agreement, so I will not talk about it anyway. Okay, we crossed the double white line. Okay. I don't really know Tesla. I should have disengaged and mark it as critical, but is anybody really watching this? Who knows? Oh, let me see what the roof camera says now. Yep. Back to this view because the drizzle is over and there's enough wind going around the camera lens now. So interesting how speeds of like 80 miles an hour clean up the camera lens. But anything below like 68 or so doesn't really seem to do it. All right. Mad Max is clinging to the left lane. It's signaling to go over in the middle. It would be nice not having to do that, but okay. Mountain Chap, I'm almost done streaming. Now you come. Yeah, I was talking about it. I actually would have been in California around this time. I'm doing some home improvement project that I, promised my wife I would do. Tearing down some walls, putting in some beams, taking out studs and making I take a picture at some point, making a pantry with glass doors and putting a um, not necessarily a wine cooler, but a drink fridge in there so that, all different types of drinks can be refrigerated, like I don't know, like 70-inch tall fridge or so. And that was something she wanted me to do at some point as kind of was it a Christmas wish or so? It has been a while because we did a kitchen renovation as well. And so yeah, that's what's happening. So I'm tied up on the weekends in doing construction, and therefore my trip that I had planned to California in July tanked. Otherwise, I would have been in California right now. So yep, it is what it is. But we will be going on a trip, my wife and I. Not sure where to at this point. So we're still thinking about it may be Florida at this point for our anniversary. But she doesn't want to go all the way back to Scottsdale. I would in a heartbeat, but with her leg that she broke a few months ago in 3 different places, it is still hurting when she walks for a while. And so driving for too long may not be an option, but we see. But then again, if I'm traveling with her, she will definitely not like to be on camera and be live streaming. So the only thing I can do is record and then edit out whatever, in personal conversations might come up or so. But I don't think she's open to live stream. I can try, but you know, then I would have to put the laptop somewhere because I have it on the passenger seat right now. I don't know. We have to see. In the meantime, you can watch Kobe and William driving back. The new FSD, well, it's not even as new anymore. Hang on, I need to cough. It's not really that new anymore because I have 14.3.5 and, you know, Zach and Chris, Dirty Tesla, and some others already, David Moss, they already have 14.3.6. So I'm on old hardware. I'm not worthy of getting the latest and greatest from Tesla AI. I wish it would be different. Sometimes it feels a bit like an extra insult of driving Tesla since 2015, being on Tesla number 7, and seeing others get the latest updates, and they drive Tesla for less in a way. But either way, it is what it is. It's not that I'm angry about it. It's just I don't know. I'm not an influencer enough, I guess. Not enough followers, not enough positive schmooze that I'm talking about. People see what they see when I live stream. It is what it is. But going back to improvements, I'm not really sure. The only it's still sticking in the left lane on Mad Max and Hurry. It left the express lane on a double wide line, so it just indicated and went over it. I haven't really seen parking improvements at this point. I don't know. I don't really know what to tell you. It seems like a wash 50-50 to me. Oh, Mad Max is really going for it here. So now these roundabouts have 2 lanes in parallel now. And that's going to be an interesting thing here, because right now I need to go straight and I need to stay in the lane, and it did a good job. And here too. So I'm afraid that a lot of people will switch lanes. Oh, but it does a good job, so you cannot complain. Different story though for people that drive manually. So I am going to Home Depot. Well, I'm sorry. I've been going to Home Depot so many times in my life that I totally forget that this is a Lowe's that has been built here for a few months now. But that's where I will stop the live stream. So Mountain Chap, sorry that you tuned in so late, but if you go back on YouTube, you can actually see whatever I streamed beforehand. If you're interested in it. It's a recording then at this point. It's not really live anymore. But yeah. So yeah, here it is coming to an end. And FSD is complaining about Waze is complaining about me going the wrong way. Are we parking somewhere? Okie dokie. And there you have it. It's actually a good parking spot because next to me is parking for veterans only. And here we are. So that's where I am. That's where I will kind of stop the whole live stream. Oh, actually, I'm not going to shop. I'm just stopping here so I can then use my home address and go home. So, but I appreciate you tuning in, Mountain Chap, and I see you around watching Kobe's and William's live stream on their way back from Alaska to the continental US. And so yeah, there you have it. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching my stream. And here we are going offline. Thanks.